This week on Your City Now, Denver's Housing Stability shares their success and the 16th Street Mall project takes its next step. These stories are just ahead on Your City Now. As the homeless numbers continue to rise, the Department of Housing Stability shared some promising results from last year's effort to help those in need.
We served, more than 16,000 households, and we've housed thousands. And you don't see that success when somebody gets into housing. And I think as we expand, as a department, one of our points of emphasis is to, hear the community engagement, engage with our community, and strengthen those stories, because our partners have amazing stories of the successes that they're doing every day.
Partners ranging from the Denver Police Department to the Denver Outreach Collaborative helped immensely in the city's efforts.
And outreach is strengthened by having housing resources. And so we're really looking forward to these additional homelessness resolution fund dollars that can help bolster those efforts to connect people to housing.
City Council members recently received a briefing on the city's proposed rental license policy known as Healthy Residential Rentals for All. The ordinance's basic intent is to gather content information to determine how many rentals are actually available, assure that rentals meet basic housing standards and comply with codes, and use data gathered to provide outreach and education around housing resources.
The problem we are solving for is that we currently don't even know how many rentals we have in the city and county of Denver, especially when you think of all the single-family homes, duplexes, townhomes, and condos that are rented out. Knowing our housing stock is critical. A rental license will, 1, ensure that the Chapter 27, Article 2 minimum housing standards are maintained for housing that was built years or decades ago. We'll be able to track our housing stock and have good data. And third, we have been in a housing crisis for decades, and it's been exacerbated due to COVID-19. We need this program to help mitigate displacement and have basic landlord property owner information to share resources and encourage more outreach between landlord and tenant, especially in these times of greater need.
The program will be phased in next January with early licensing for all rental units. Then in January of 2023, a license will be required for any person to offer, provide, or operate a residential rental property of 2 or more units. And in January of 2024, a license will be required for all single-family dwellings. An inspection by a certified home inspector will be required in order to obtain a license. You can watch the complete presentation of the Budget and Policy Committee at denver8.tv. The 16th Street Mall Improvement Project took a step forward recently as PCL Construction was chosen by Dottie to handle the work on the mall. The project will include a replacement of an old water line that was built in the 1800s, improved drainage, and new granite pavers that make up the surface. The maintenance required for upkeep as the mall stands now costs over $1 million a year. The lanes for the mall shuttle will also be moved to the center of the mall, eliminating the center pedestrian lane and expanding the sidewalks to ensure more space and safety for patrons of the mall. The project is projected to create or protect nearly 1,500 jobs, as well as generate an estimated $261 million in sales. If the contract is approved by council, construction is expected to begin in late 2021. Last Tuesday, the city was excited to again be hosting their quarterly Cabinet in the Community meetings. These give Denver residents an opportunity to connect with city leaders on important issues happening in their neighborhood. The District 1-centric meeting included Council Representative Amanda Sandoval, neighborhood performers, and an I Am Denver tribute to longtime neighborhood activist Nettie Moore. Presentations on the COVID-19 vaccine, the Northwest Community Transportation Network, and neighborhood planning initiatives rounded out the informative event. Mayor Hancock responded to resident questions both live and via email after the meeting. The meetings look to expand to all council districts throughout the year. You can catch new episodes of Your City Now every Friday. Thanks for watching, Denver.